Okay, and I have that 300 gold for the chest. Put that in Zeke's player area. Now, remember, he has one action left for initiative token 2. We're just going to try to get him back up here. That's terrible movement. 1, 2, and 3. So he is done. Next up, we're going to go right back to Maheliak because he has initiative token 3. He's going to activate that trap. So let's see. I'll put you over here so you can see what's going to happen. So we'll generate some movement here. And remember, just want to reinforce, all chambers are considered one space, okay? So base movement 2, roll of a d6, 3. Chamber doors just automatically open. 1, 2, 3. Hold on to that, flip it over, and guess what? We got to draw a trap card. This is going to be fun. Let's get the trap deck. And there's one trap in here that could be an insta-kill. They're tough, but the one is really tough. So let's kind of just grab one. How about this one? And the trap is, you know, the one I just said. I think this is it. The Pit and the Pendulum. Trekking down a long corridor, this hero notices blood splattered upon the walls. Suddenly, a loud swoosh is heard from behind, followed by a huge pendulum heading towards this hero. Test evade 15. On a success, the hero dodges the pendulum and may proceed with their turn. On a fail, they are struck. Roll 2d6. The result is damage taken. In addition, test physical resistance 16. On a fail, this hero is stricken with a physical affliction. This ends the hero's turn. Whew, this is going to be tough. Okay, let me grab the on D20. Let's refer to his evade. But remember, we get to deduct 6 from this, okay? Because remember, with our handy reference card here. So he actually has to test evade 9, that would be. Okay, and of course that would follow with the physical affliction also, in case we get that far. So let's take a look at his hero card for evade. And that is this little arrow thing too. So all he has to get is a 7, guys. This is a natural 7 on the D20, and he will jump out of the way of that pendulum. So he looks behind him, and here comes this pendulum. Can he evade out of the way? And look at that. That's a 12. Plus 2, 14. He just jumped out of the way. Perfect. Okay, let's head over to Zeke now with initiative token 4. Okay, initiative token 4 with Zeke. And you know, guys, what we're going to do? We're just going to get him moving here. So this is going to be, we want to get him into the ancient depths because remember, they're going up to the spider lair. So this is going to be straight movement. 4, base movement of 2, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now he has to wait. You can pass by heroes, but he can't stop on that space with Maheliak. So rolls again for his second action. Only 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He is done. Let's get initiative token 5 for Maheliak. Okay, initiative token 5. And I hope you're enjoying this turn. A lot of action happened, I think. And remember, we're heading up to the spider lair, so we're going to be running into another treasure chest and another trap up there. So we're just going to get some movement and get up there. So with this first, that's great movement. Base movement of 2, roll with a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And roll again. That's another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a trap. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's reveal it. And it is a... Oh no. Let's do it right here. Okay, let me go get the trap deck again. Shuffle it on camera. He was lucky last time. I hope he's lucky this time. Okay, we'll take this one. And you know what? Derek did this one just on his playthrough. Derek, I hope you're watching this. Deadly surprises. Within a small alcove of the dungeon, this hero has found a beautiful-looking archaic chest. Roll 1d12 for what this hero has discovered inside. 1 to 3, a blackrock viper lunges out at the hero. Roll 1d3, the result is health and essence lost. 4 to 6, a massive shadow dweller springs out and bites the hero. Roll 1d6, the result is damage taken. 7 to 10, poisonous explosion. Nice. Roll 1d6, result is health and essence lost. 11, the chest is empty. 2, the hero finds 100 gold. After rolling for the chest, this ends the hero's turn. What do you have to get there? D12? Okay, D12. Here we go. And that is 9. You see that? That is a 9. Let's consult that chart. And what is a 9? I'm trying to look through this. Poisonous explosion. Nice. Roll 1d6. Result is health and essence lost. Traps in this game ain't no joke. Oh, it's gonna lose 4 health and 4 essence. That doesn't kill him though. So let me deduct that. Oh, wait a minute. So that is very low. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3. So what's going to happen is this. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. He's out. Now what happens is if you run out of essence, that goes for your health. So we're going to have to move this down by 1. Now we go 1, 2, 3, 4 for health. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has got to get some healing potions and an ochre juice. That is the end of his turn, and I'll tell you what, guys, I don't mean to give you a cliffhanger. We're going to move Albus to I'm going to upload this part, and then we're going to finish up the hero phase. We're going to send Albus to the village, because we have to move him. We're going to get a bunch of stuff. And we're going to heal up Maheliak. We'll come back with Zeke's turn. I hope you're having a fun time, because I am having a great time with you guys. All right, I will see you in the next part. Take care, happy holidays, and I'll be talking to you soon. Stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm not going anywhere. We're going to wrap up the rest of this hero phase and the monster phase in this next video here, okay? So let's just get right back to it. So we left off with Zeke right here has initiative token 6. But before we move him, remember you can move Albus anytime during the hero phase, and Albus has 2 actions. We're going to go shopping in the village with Albus. I'm going to teach you a couple things about mining and crafting, and definitely after Maheliak had that very bad chest, the explosion, that was poisonous explosion, that was bad, so we're going to have to heal him up. So let's get Albus, and on Albus's card, real quick, we'll take a look at, he has 1,000 gold on him. So remember, here's his movement. He has a d6 plus 6, 5 life force to level him up. So we may be doing that in a few turns. Okay, here's the exit. Let me explain to you how this works. It's very easy when you move Albus out. So let's generate some movement. He has a base movement of 6, plus the roll of a d6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that first initial step is just considered into the village. We don't want to complicate things. So that very last step, go ahead and place him in the village. So we will meet you in the village. Okay, and Albus would be in the village. So let me explain with this movement with Albus. So that's like a move and an action. So he can conduct business as much as he wants or as much as the player wants here. It's kind of like the game pauses, so you can go through the different services and give Albus what the heroes need. So it's not like one action to go to the blacksmith and one to go to the bazaar. It's not like that. You just go ahead and just pick up what you want to give to Albus. First thing, of course, we're going to get some healing potions. for Maheliac, but we're going to get a few extra. So we're going to get 1, 2, and 3. That's 300 gold because each one is 100 gold. And of course, on the back, it says, you know, what it does. So we're going to give that to Albus. Set that aside. Definitely some Ochre juice. This here restores 6 essence to a hero. And looking over at, no, Zeke is good. So Maheliac's definitely we're going to want to get one of these. There's that 1,000 gold that Albus had. So that's 400 gold. And I think we're going to do some mining. Then I'm going to show you crafting. And here is the pickaxe, just so I can show you. There's the pickaxe that you need for mining. So that is 200 gold. So we're going to pay for that. So we're up by 600. And I want to show you something right here. And it's kind of like a pro Crusader tip. And I kind of wanted players to discover this on their own. So you're going to kind of get a spoiler in a way. These weapons here, and I put them on top because I wanted to show you. Like the driftwood bow, notice it has a socket here. And I think that was, yeah, so there's a socket here on the, driftwood bow, redwood staff has a socket, and fabled dagger has a socket. These are for power gems from mining and crafting. So the tip is, what you could do is, because remember, they still have their starting weapons in their one hand. We're going to buy maybe 2 of those, because here is the recipe cards. So we're going to show you mining in probably next turn, but these are the power gems. So like this one right here, this is a greater jade prowess gem. So say we craft this, there's the recipe. We're going to need 2 moonstone, 2 zoltanite, and 2 pieces of jade. So the blacksmith will craft the power gem. And then in this side here, what you do is, let's say we got the fabled dagger. And this right here is a huge thing of what I love about Dungeon Crusade, speccing out and building your heroes. So right here, this fabled dagger, it's 1 damage, and it's +1 to mythical warfare. Well, say we did create this prowess gem. You slide it underneath, so there's just that side showing, like so. So you can see we've already upgraded this dagger. Now, besides the +1 to mythical, we will get a +2. Hold on 1 second there. I had to get this. I'm sorry, this is the greater one. There's actually a lesser one. So this will give us a +4 to arcane. There's actually lesser ones and greater. And I was trying to look through the camera. So this is a greater one. And all you do is when the blacksmith crafts this, plug it like that or slide it underneath the card. So it's like plugged into the socket. So you can see there's all different kinds. There's the, here's the obsidian one. Here's another prowess gem. Slide it under there. And that will give this weapon, comes into focus, +2. So this is just the regular prowess gem, obsidian. But you can see there's all different kinds in there, so you can upgrade these weapons and spec out your heroes even more. So what do we have left? So I want to show you that there's tons of different recipes in this game. So let's do this. Let's see how much this is here, because what we have 600 gold left. Now we can only afford 1 of these. So how about we get, we'll get this. Okay, we're going to give this to Paloom. So 300 gold. And I'll tell you what, we're going to finish up with another Ochre juice. And that will be 1,000 gold. Okay, so we're going to give this to Albus. Whoops, you know what? I can't do that because he can only carry 4 consumables. Sorry. So I'm going to get my change and we're going to have him head back into the dungeon for his second action. Okay, so I'm going to get the change and I'll meet you back in the dungeon. So we're going to roll right here. Actually, we'll just do it now. We'll generate his movement. Okay, 1 and 7. So it would be considered going back into the dungeon as 1. So I'll show you over here. Okay, and Albus, when I was saying, so when he rolled that 1 base movement of 6, 7, 1, you would consider that the first move. And I have to show you something. my fetch hound was literally laying, when I was over here at the village board, my fetch hound, Caesar, was right here. So I was standing over him because I didn't want to move him because he's sleeping. So I was talking over Caesar. So it was a bit much, but we got through it. I had to show you that. So going back to this, so that's one. So you just count that as the first move it back. So we don't want to make it more complicated than it is. And just wanted to show you, here's his hero card. And I just put, considered in his backpack, there's the Fabled Dagger, and there's the pickaxe, and there's the 4 potions and the 100 gold. So he's like carrying this back to, I think we'll just go to Mahaliak. So I just wanted to show you how that kind of works. And also, you know what, while we're here, when you buy a pickaxe, you know, it's brand new, it's a fresh pickaxe. There's a chance it could degrade, you know, from the hero hitting the ground. So I came up with this degrade system. What you're gonna do is just take one of the card clips that comes with the game and you put it on 12. And we'll get to it, it's very simple. When a hero mines, you basically, after they mine, you roll a d12. And if it hits a 12, it'll go down. And then next 11 or 12. So in a way it simulates if, you know, hitting the ground with this, if it's going to degrade. And then you have to have, if it gets to dull, you have to have the blacksmith resharpen it for 100 gold. So it's a very cool mining and crafting system, and we're definitely going to be doing some of that in the next turn. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay, Albus, so he moved 1, he has 6 left. We're going to go over here to Mahaliak first. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that was his second action, and his turn is finished. So I hope that you learned a lot about Albus and mining and crafting and power gems, and that strategy of creating power gems, you know, for socketed weapons. So when the hero equips it, that's going to give it even more of a stat boost. And of course, just more ways to build out and spec out your heroes. Okay, let me get initiative token 6, and we're going to get Zeke moving. Okay, initiative token 6. So this will end the hero phase here. And we have Zeke right down here, and we're going to try to generate movement to get up here because there's a treasure chest right by Mahaliak. So let's see if we can do that. Let's get our D6. And as you know, Zeke has a base movement of 2. Let's roll a D6. We'll roll here in the siege tile. It's good movement. 5 and 2, that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need at least a 6 to get to that treasure chest. Move up here a little more. And remember, that's our goal. We're going to get into the spider lair quadrant and look for that onyx key. So one more. And we actually got there. Okay, with a 5. We'll end 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to remove the treasure chest token and just place these back in the game box. I'm going to get our treasure chest, the ultimate in risk and reward. Shuffle on a camera. And we'll go down this one here. He opens the chest and finds it's empty. Let me read the flavor text here. Oh no, this is a good one. It's empty, but you quickly close the lid of the empty chest to avoid a baby shadow dweller leaping to attack you. And you remember, our shadow dwellers are these pleasant things right here, so a baby one was inside of it. And guys, that wraps up the hero phase. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, we're gonna go right into the monster phase. We're gonna shoot over to we're gonna use the brand new minion movement speed track so I can show you how that works. So let's head over to the Dungeon UI board. Okay, and here is our brand new minion movement speed track. And remember, we just went off of, oops, those things got messed up. We just went off of the hero or the monster cards when, you know, for their movements, but this time we're gonna generate to see how fast the minions are gonna move. So this is like, you know, more of an AI. But remember, there's 2 ways you can use this. You can make like a universal roll, as I call it, which we're going to do. And whatever comes up, all of the minions will be using that specific die. Or you could have it where each minion, each time it's their turn, you're going to roll in this chart. So that way, you know, all the minions will have a varied movement speed. So it's whatever you would like to do for your game. So we'll do the universal movement right now. I think Derek was doing this with his, and he really liked this track. So that is some high movement. Consider it like the minions are going to be very aggressive in the dungeon for this turn. So we're going to place the marker, if you want, on 5. And of course, you can see down there, that is a D10. So instead of that D6 that's printed on their card, they are going to be generating a movement with their base movement and the roll of a D10. So let's consult our first minion and see where they're going to move. And before we move our minions, I just wanted to go over to our minion or monster area and show you our order again. So we're going to move the Wraith, the Skeletal Grunt, the Orc Archer, the Blackwood Prowler, and finally our beautiful Shadow Dweller. So let's head over to the Wraith. Okay, before we head over there, I just thought I'd show you as we survey the dungeon that our heroes, of course, are up here. The minions, luckily, because we want to focus on the spider lair and finding that onyx key, the minions are kind of far away from us. You know, our Orc Archer is there, kind of give you a refresher. The Blackwood Prowler is right here. We have our Skeletal Grunt and Wraith right here. And then finally, the Shadow Dweller is up in the Halls of the Dead. Is that east? East. So we're in kind of good shape right now. So that's good. So let's generate some movement for our Wraith. And our Wraith was on, I remember it had rolled the orange, but it's moving on the green because the footprint was there. So let's generate some movement. But remember, we're using a D10. So it's going to be able to really get moving. So it's moving south on the patrol route. Okay, not much. 2, and it has a base movement of, base movement of 3, 2, so that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Andrew, I hear you yelling at me. Don't forget about Shadow Step. It has a special ability. No, Andrew, I'm not forgetting this time. I'm wide awake, my friend. It's Christmas Eve, and I'm in an awesome mood because I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm playing Dungeon Crusade. So, Shadow Step activates 16 to 20. And, nope, 13. So, this is our final movement. So, next turn, it will definitely be hitting a spawn point. Let's go on to our next. Okay, and very conveniently, next up is our Skeletal Grunt Elite. Special ability is Shield Deflect, so it's not a movement special ability, it's a combat-related ability, and it is on the orange patrol route. So we're going to generate some movement here, and it's heading to this spawn point right here. It's a lot of movement. So 8, and base movement of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to point it, remember, you point it that way, you know, what way it's facing. So next turn, that will also be hitting a spawn point. Let's go on to our next minion. Next up is our Orc Archer, and remember, it was on the blue patrol route, so it's definitely going to pick up a new patrol route right here. You can roll right here. So 6, I think, what is that, a base movement of 3? You know, I'm going to show you guys so you can see it too, so as a reminder. So, yeah. So remember, when you're doing the minion movement speed track, you ignore the printed D6 and you use the track. So it has a base movement of 3 plus a 6, so that's 9. So that's 1. It has 8 remaining. Let's get our patrol route die. Actually, we'll change it up. I have the footprint one. Again, it works the same way. Roll. And that is purple. So let's look where our purple route is. And that is right here. So notice, again, there's a purple, hope you can see it, there's a purple footprint there on the blue patrol route. So it will just follow that. And that's how, usually in the corners, you're going to find that. So it has 8 remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8. So it's kind of like shuffling back and forth right here. So next turn it will be hitting, you can see that it's hitting the spawn point right there. Okay, let's move on to our Blackwood Prowler. Okay, next up is our Blackwood Prowler. And just to show you these guys right here have a lot of movement. I mean, their base movement is +5. And it's a combat ability, but that Blood Moon Amulet, remember, if they're in combat, there's a chance it could activate, and it's gonna boost all warfare types. It'll gain a +3. So these things can be pretty troublesome in combat if that Blood Moon Amulet activates. So let's roll the movement die, generate movement. Okay, 3 and 5, that's 8. 1, 2, 3. Has 5 remaining. I'm going to roll the patrol route die. And it's going to go blue. So let's see where blue is at. So we're here in the Chamber of Kings South, and it's just going to go up with its remaining movement. Blue is right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll point him that way, since that's where he's going. Lastly, our Shadow Dweller, and that is up in the Halls of the Dead. And our Shadow Dweller is right here. It's about to hit a spawn point. It's definitely going to pick up a patrol route. And just to give you an idea of his card again, he has a base movement of 4. This is an elite, has a gold star, and remember, it has that nasty webbed ability. These things, if they web your hero, they can make a lot of way to get out of the dungeon, especially if you're using the minion movement track and it has, a high die to roll like this. Base movement of 4 plus a d10. Wowza. 9. 13 movement. Okay, so let's move. So that's 1. It has 12 movement remaining. Let's get the patrol route die. We'll use our classic skull one for this one. And it's going to move on the blue patrol route. So let's see where that is. That is right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And point it that way. Guys, that's the monster phase. Let's pull the camera back and wrap up turn 2. And actually, before I pull the camera back, let's do coming up on the next episode of Dungeon Crusade. Our mercenary and hero, a Heliax right here. Albus will be incoming with those potions and the pickaxe. And I bring that up because we have a potential mining site. In case you don't know, there's 8 potential sites, but there's only 4 real ones. So each game it's randomly generated. So I don't know what that is yet. We're going to have to reveal it. We're going to do some mining. Here is that spider lair. And remember the Baron Whitmore? He lost the keys somewhere, the Onyx keys. So we're going to be definitely getting into some combat there. Also, this was generated during the seeding process. We have another chamber with a level 2 monster, champion monster, and a crate. We might get in some trouble and go in there after we find the key. There's just so many things we could do. There's actually a treasure chest way up there. We might hit that treasure chest. And a guardian may spawn. So a lot to look forward to. Okay, let's pull the camera back and wrap up churn. Okay, guys, it is Christmas Eve, and I hope everyone's just having a great Christmas holiday. Tomorrow, at least, I'm filming this is Christmas. So, hey, I love you guys. Stay safe, and I hope you have an awesome Christmas with your friends and family. And so I got to give you what's going on here. This was where we're going to be having the family gather in this area for our Christmas dinner. I'm not tearing this game apart because I love playing this and I love hanging out with you. So I got some people, and we're going to carefully move each section, and we're going to have to clear everything. But when you see it again, we're going to put everything back and continue our game because I'm really enjoying this. And it's just relaxing, and I love chatting with you guys. So with that, I hope everyone has a great Christmas. I hope you get some awesome board games and whatever else. Stay safe, and I will be seeing you in turn 3. A lot to look forward to. All right, talk to you then. Bye-bye.